Hi my dear students, how are you all? I hope you all fine and safe at home. This is M. Tamiluvanan, your physics teacher from Bharathidasanar Metric Higher Secondary School, Arakonam. Today I am going to introduce a new topic from 10th standard 2nd unit optics, right? Before I am going to into this topic, I would like to ask the few questions about this image. Yes, this image well known. So here sky and clouds, the sun is present, right? My question is, why these clouds appears white color? Then the sky appears blue color. Why the sky appears blue? Then during the sunrise times, then during the sunset times, why the sky appears reddish orange? This is my questions, right? Do you know why the sky appears blue and clouds appears white during sunrise and sunset times? Why sky appears reddish orange? Yeah, very good. So due to this scattering of light. What is the scattering of light? Listen my dears, when light enters from sun to earth atmosphere. See, this is earth surface. I take this one is a earth surface, right? So this one is a earth atmosphere. In this atmosphere, so many gas present. In that gas, so atoms and molecule present. Am I right? So here different gas are present. For example, nitrogen, hydrogen. When light coming from a sun and light enter to the earth atmosphere, so it will be refracted when fall on the atoms or molecules. Okay, so here, so the path it will be changing and the scattering of light is produced. Okay, so here I can explain. This is a one small atom or molecule. When light is incident on this molecule, it will be refracted. So which means, so the light it will pass in all the direction in different frequency. Okay, so this is called, this phenomena is called scattering of light. So next we can see by using this diagram the scattering of light. So this is the earth surface and atmosphere. In this atmosphere the gas are present. In that gas different atoms and molecule present, right? Now this one is sun. So sunlight coming from the sun. See my dears, so in the sun we have different what? Colors present, which means the different rays are coming from sun. For example, IR, UV, visible rays, gamma rays, etc. So here I take only the visible light. In that visible light we have 7 colors, right? So in these 7 colors we have different wavelength. When light enter this atmosphere, a scatter is produced. Okay, next types of scattering. So if we have 2 types, this is depends upon incident light and scattered light. Okay, so here scattering is 2 types. One is elastic scattering and inelastic scattering. What is the elastic scattering? The elastic scattering is nothing but if the energy of incident light is equal to the energy of scattered light, so that scattering light is called as a elastic scattering. Okay, suppose I take this is a one molecule. Yes, this is the incident light. The energy of incident light I take E1. Then the scattered light, this one is a scattered light. If the scattering light, the energy is E2. If E1 is equal to E2 means this scattering is elastic scattering. Okay, if it is not equal, if it is not equal, which one is not equal? The energy of incident light and the energy of scattered light is not equal, then the scattering is called the inelastic scattering. But inelastic scattering, we have different inelastic scattering. The first one is Rayleigh scattering. Rayleigh scattering, and the second one Mie scattering, MIE. Then third one is Tyndall scattering, Tyndall scattering. Then last one is Raman scattering, Raman scattering. Okay, so we will see one by one. First you can see Rayleigh scattering. What is the Rayleigh scattering? Okay, Rayleigh scattering is nothing but when light is enter the atoms or molecule of gas, it takes the scattering. So when light enter the earth atmosphere, which means when fall on the one atom or molecule of gas, so it takes scattered. So this type of scatter is called what? Rayleigh scattering. So the amount of scattering is, I can write S. The S is nothing but amount of scattering is inversely proportional to fourth power of wavelength. Fourth power of wavelength, where S is the amount of scattering. S is what? Amount of scattering. Amount of scattering, and lambda is nothing but wavelength. Lambda is nothing but what? Wavelength. If wavelength is low, the scattering power will be high. Yes, if wavelength is high, the scattering power will be less. Already we know in visible light we have 7 colors, that is V2R. So VIBGYOR, V I B J Y O R, VIBGYOR, 7 colors: violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange and red. Okay, here for violet is low wavelength, the wavelength is low. For red color is high wavelength. Okay, if the high wavelength for red color means the scattering power is less for red. Okay, if the low wavelength means, so for violet is a low wavelength and blue color also low wavelength, right? So low wavelength means the scattering power is high. Okay, so next the definition of Rayleigh scattering. The amount of the scattering of light is inversely proportional to the what? The fourth power of its wavelength. That is, I wrote S is inversely proportional to 1 by lambda power 4. Okay. Next. So already I asked that 4 question, why sky appears blue, right? So we will see that. Why? Because during the daytime, which means midday times, the light enter from the sun to the earth atmosphere is very shorter distance. This is the during time, daytime. Okay, but the evening time or the sunrise and sunset time, the light enter to this atmosphere is very long distance. Very long distance. Okay, see my dears, in afternoon time the distance between or the distance of entering the light is very shorted. Okay, the earth atmosphere, the distance is a short distance, but during the sunrise and sunset times is a long distance. Okay, that's why in daytime the sunlight appears blue color. Why? Because for the blue color is low wavelength. For blue color, low wavelength. So scattering power is high according to the Rayleigh scattering. Rayleigh scattering. Okay, see here the low wavelength for that blue color. According to Rayleigh scattering, S is inversely proportional to 1 by lambda power 4. For blue color, low wavelength, so the scattering power is high. The amount of scattering is high. So that's why the sky appears fully blue colors. Okay, so here during the daytime, the atmosphere is very shorter distance. So shorter distance means, so we can see that blue color, right? Next, what is our next question? Why sky appears reddish orange during the sunrise and sunset times? Okay, during sunrise and sunset time. Already I said, during the sunrise and sunset time, the distance between earth and the sun is long distance. Then the light is entering the atmosphere is a longest distance. So red colors only appears or high. Yes, so all the colors it will be disappear. For example, this is the sun and this one is the earth. Okay, when light is coming from a sun to or earth, so this is the earth atmosphere. So violet and indigo, then so next colors is low wavelength, so it is disappears. So long distance travel only that red color, only red color. Why? Because the high wavelength, so scattering power is less according to the Rayleigh scattering. Okay, next topic is Maize scattering. So what is the Maize scattering? The Maize scattering is nothing but when light fall on the any molecules or atoms, so it will be fully, or which means the same amount of light is scattered, the incident light and also scattered light. So this Maize scattering is also called as elastic scattering. But sometimes it is act as a inelastic scattering. Why? Because some amount of light is absorbed. So here example of Maize scattering, why this clouds appears white. The clouds appears white. Why? Because when sunlight the fall on these clouds, the total light is fully scattered. Okay, so we can see one more diagram. So in Maize scattering, when sunlight fall on these clouds, all the colors it will be reflected, which means the total amount of light it will be scattered, which means all the colors present in these clouds. So this is a scattered light. In this scattered light, all the colors from Vibjayar, violet to red, all the colors it will be reflected. That's why the clouds appears white. So this is the what? Maize scattering. Next we will see next scattering, that is a Tyndall scattering. So what is this, my dear children? Do you identify? Yes. So these are dust particle. When sunlight coming through our window, yes, so that sunlight fall on that dust particle, it will be scattered. It will be scattered. Okay, so here the most of dust particle present. Yes, so all the lights it will be scattered. So this is the what? Tyndall scattering. So Tyndall scattering is nothing but when sunlight or any other light fall on the dust particle, it will be scattered. Okay, so we can see one more image for example of Tyndall scattering. This is one small experiment. By using this experiment, we can understood the Tyndall effect. The Tyndall effect is nothing but when light passing through one colloidal solution, the path is visible. Okay, so that light passing through the colloidal solution, it will scatter that light. Okay, so this is one laser light, and I have taken the 2 beaker and I fill normal water, then this colloidal solution. The colloidal solution is nothing but in normal water I put some dust particles. Okay, right? So that is called as a colloidal solution. See my dears, now I pass this light through this normal water. So here we cannot see this path of light, am I right? But the same light I passing through this colloidal solution. See, we can see this the path of light. Yes, so this effect is called as a Tyndall effect. Why the path is visible? Why? Because this light the passing through this colloidal solution, in this colloidal solution, the small particle present, that is a dust particle. For that dust particle, the light is scattered. Okay, for that the light is visible, the path is visible. Okay, this is one small experiment for Tyndall effect. One more time we do this experiment. See, here we cannot see that the path of light, but we can see the clearly. See my dears, so this is the one ray of light. In this we cannot see the path of light. Yes, this is a pure water. Okay, there is no any dust particle, but here we have to add some dust particles. Okay, then we mixed it. So see my dears, we can see that path of light. You can see clearly that path of light. So this is called as a Tyndall scattering. So the definition of Tyndall scattering, the scattering of light rays by the colloidal particle or the colloidal solution is called as Tyndall scattering. Tyndall scattering. Next, Raman scattering. The Raman scattering or Raman effect is very important. So the great scientist Sir C.V. Raman is introduced this effect. That's why this effect is called as a Raman effect. You take one monochromatic light. Monochromatic light means it has only one wavelength. Okay, only one wavelength. For example, only one color. Okay, so that is a monochromatic light. You pass this monochromatic light on solution or gas or sample. Okay, so some of light is scattered or some light is absorbed. That scattering of light energy is greater or that lower than the incident light. Okay, so here you pass this light on this solution. Some of light is absorbed, some of light is scattered. So this is a scattering of light. Here the frequency of this light is Fs. Fs is a scattering of frequency. Here Fi is a incident frequency. Okay, the Fi, it may be greater or lesser compared to scattering frequency. The scattering frequency greater than or lesser than the incident frequency. So this effect find out by the Raman. That's why this is a Raman scattering or Raman effect. Clear? Next, so we can see this Raman effect by using one small experiment. This is a Raman experiment. The sunlight. So this one is a telescope and reflecting mirror. This one is sample. Okay, the sunlight passing through sample by using reflector. The some light is reflecting or some light is scattered, which means the some colors are absorbed and some colors are reflected. Okay, here green and yellows are reflected, which means scattered. So by using this experiment, we find out that the scattering of light, the scattering of light or the energy of scattering of light is lesser or the greater than the incident light. So this effect is a Raman scattering. The definition of Raman scattering, the interaction of light ray with the particles or pure liquids or the transparent solids. Okay, or we can take a gas also, so which leads to a change the wavelength or the frequency. Okay, here the energy is equal to E is equal to h nu, E equal to h nu. Here nu is a frequency of light. So this frequency it will be differ when fall on the any gas molecules or any atom. So it is an incident light. then is a one molecule or solution, okay, or gas molecules. So here light is scattered. The h nu is nu naught. H nu naught is the incident light. Here h nu s is a what? Energy of scattering. This both are not equal. That is called as a Raman scattering. Okay. Next we will see by using one graph. See, this is one graph. The Rayleigh scattering. This is a Raman scattering. This is also Raman scattering. If the incident light and scattering light may be equal, the energy of incident light and the energy of scattering light is equal, that is called as a Rayleigh scattering. If it's not equal, the incident light and the scattering light, so that is called as a Raman. So in this Raman scattering we have two spectral lines, that is a Stokes lines and anti-Stokes lines. Stokes and anti-Stokes lines. Here Stokes lines is nothing but the frequency of scattered light, is lesser than the incident light. That is called as a Stokes lines. Okay. So anti-Stokes lines is nothing but the scattering of light, which means the energy or the frequency of scattering light is greater than the incident light. So this is called as a anti-Stokes lines. See my dears, this is a ground stage, this one is virtual stage, and this one is a excited stage. In ground state, the atoms or molecules present in rest position, when you apply the external energy, that is E equal to h nu naught, these atoms or molecules take this energy and move from ground state to virtual state. So this is not a permanent state, this is a virtual, means this is an unstable state. So this atoms not in rest here, then it will be written. Okay. If the scattering light is the same amount of energy, h into nu naught, so this scattered light is called as a Rayleigh scattering. Okay. Here the Stokes lines, the h nu naught is not equal. Okay, that is a Stokes and a anti-Stokes lines, right? So today we have seen the scattering of light. So two type of scattering of light, one is elastic scattering and another one is inelastic. In inelastic scattering we have discussed four scattering. One is Rayleigh scattering and Nye scattering, then Tyndall scattering, and last one is Raman scattering. Okay. So children, I have attached study material, question bank and self-assessment test. So please go through your study material and write your self-assessment test. Okay. So we will meet our next video session. Thank you my dears.